Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. In today's video, we're going to talk about three massive growth stocks with huge potential. I'm talking from 46 all the way up to 80% growth potential. So let's get into it. Alright everybody, like I said, welcome back. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Hopefully you find some value in today's videos or any of my other videos. If you do, smash the like button for me and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And like I said in the intro, today's video is about three massive growth stocks with huge upside potential in the next 12 months. And more importantly, these three stocks have been bought up big time by a specific billionaire I'm sure you're all familiar with, that of course being Cathie Wood. And I don't think there's anybody better than Cathie Wood and ARK Invest at projecting into the future what type of companies, which specific companies are going to be incredibly valuable, as they are just masters at identifying, tracking down, and then investing in disruptive innovations and technologies. Alright, so all that being said, let's check out the article we're using as a source for these stocks today. And this one comes from MoneyWise, and it says, Cathie Wood is backing up the truck on these three growth stocks, should you? Now, Cathie Wood and ARK Invest are all about finding the next big thing, and I think she's done that with these three stocks. And let's look back to the past of ARK's history with Cathie Wood at the helm. We're looking at stocks like Tesla and Shopify that she was in early on that have brought absolutely monstrous gains for ARK Invest. So I think it's worth looking at where she's putting her money next. And let's start with the number one stock we're talking about today. And that stock is TDOC Health, ticker symbol TDOC. They're one of the leading telemedicine companies in the US, and it has a consistent track record of revenue growth and margin improvements. Now, TDOC benefited from the extraordinary environment brought on by the recent pandemic. Most forms of non-life-threatening in-office medical care were put on hold during the peak of the pandemic itself, and telehealth adoption exploded. Their revenue increased 98% in 2020 to over $1 billion, with total visits surging 156%. For 2021 thus far, management is projecting a top line between $2 billion and $2.025 billion. They're currently the second largest holding at ARK Innovations ETF, accounting for 6.4% of the fund's weight. Looking at the tip rank screen for TDOC, you're looking at a $103 price tag at close of business today, and they are having a absolutely killer forecast. 57.37% potential upside in the next 12 months should these 22 ratings for 11 buys and holds come to fruition, bringing that price target to an average of $162.45. Of note, the high target here is $215, so a lot of room to grow. And I know in the intro I told you guys we're looking from 40 to 80% upside. I'm holding off on the 80% upside to the last stock of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. But the second stock we're going to talk about today is Zoom. And Zoom Video Communications, ticker symbol ZM, is one of the investors' favorite stay-at-home stocks. Zoom has gone on an absolute roller coaster ride over the last year. Shares of the stock were trading in the $60 range at the beginning of 2020, skyrocketing to over $560 a piece by October of the same year, but has since given up more than half of those gains. Now, Cathie Wood was not afraid to buy the dip. Earlier this month, ARK bought over 225,000 shares of Zoom. Her flagship ETF now owns 3.82 million shares of the company, with that holding a portfolio weight of 4.95%. And in the most recent fiscal quarter, total revenue rose 35% year over year to $1.05 billion. It also brought in $338.4 million in adjusted net income and $374.8 million in free cash flow. Now, even after this year's pullback, Zoom still trades at well over $200 a share, but you can definitely get in at this price and expect solid growth. Looking at the tip rank screen here for ticker symbol ZM, that level of solid growth could potentially be $100 a share. They're looking at 46.45% upside in the next 12 months, taking a $206 stock to $302 potentially if analyst forecasts come to fruition. I will point out something kind of funny on this graphic here. We're looking at a stock that's trading at $206, and yet the low seems to dip below the current price of the stock right now while showing a $235 price target, which, as anybody who can just do a little bit of basic math knows, is above $206. So kind of weird graphic there. But that high target of $400 would be literally just doubling the price of this stock, guys. So much potential here. I love talking about these solid growth stocks. All right, guys, like I said, save the absolute best for last. We're going to talk about stock number 3, and that's Roku. Now, ticker symbol Roku, just Roku. Yeah, easy enough. They are a secular trend of on-demand video streaming that's created several winners in this tech space. Now, over the last 5 years, their stock has increased in value by more than 700%. Now, this platform provides access to streaming services such as YouTube, like you're watching now, Netflix, Disney Plus, etc. They offer its own ad-supported channels featuring licensed third-party content. And the company added 1.3 million active accounts in the third quarter alone. Total revenue rose 51% year over year to $680 million. Now, naturally, there are larger ways to play these massive streaming tailwinds, like Netflix having added 4.4 million new subscribers in the same quarter, while the worldwide subscriber count at Disney Plus stands at a whopping 118.1 million. But Cathie Wood is clearly the most bullish on Roku. Unlike Disney, she says it's a pure way to play the trend, with the share representing 5.1% of ARK-K's weight. Or in looking at the tip rank screen, I think I can tell why Cathie Wood is so bullish on Roku over some of those other ones like Disney Plus or Netflix. We're looking at a $226 stock trading at close of business today, but we have 80.59% potential upside on average in the next 12 months. This could go up to $408, guys. And that's not the high side. The high side is $550. So your potential here is astronomical. If we even compare it to the low, say we're saying, okay, we could gain X or we could lose X. The loss would be $6. The gain is a potential 80.59% or more if you're expecting that high end of these price predictions. This stock is definitely one on my radar and one I am going to pick up soon. All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are the 3 massive growth stocks we're talking about today. Cathie Wood is absolutely loading the boat with these, and you would be silly not to at least put some time into it, do your own due diligence, and determine whether or not they fit your risk tolerance and the portfolio intent and growth pattern that you have lined up for your investments. But let me know what you guys think about these 3 stocks in the comment section down below. As always, remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not even a financial advisor anymore. So this is just provided for information and entertainment purposes only. As always, thanks for checking out the video. Hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bottoms up.